clear in the beginning. I was a street nigga. I was never, ever going to court. I made that shit clear. I wanted the world to know who he was, the bottom line to that. Now, years later, after Ron Savage decided to be marching and crying all over the news and marching with the Child Victims Act, Layla Wills hooked me up with a lawyer. I didn't know the same lawyer was dealing with Ron Savage. So after Ron Savage sabotaged the story, the lawyer threw it out. So that was my opportunity of me going to court on Africa Bambaataa. But let's take it way back. Africa Bambaataa said these people are lying on him, right? Lying on him. Particularly Ron Savage. Both of them got on the news. Africa Bambaataa made it clear that he didn't even know Ron Savage or never even met him. Out of nowhere comes Lord Jamar to the rescue. Shout out to Lord Jamar for being stand-up. Lord Jamar, let me ask you a question. How do you feel now that you put your life at risk and could have been going to war? Because you know back in the days the Zulu Nation was the mighty Zulu Nation. You put yourself at risk for Ron Savage. Yo, Lord Jamar, I would love to hear your response to this. You put yourself at risk for Ron Savage to turn around and backpedal on Africa Bambaataa. But remember in the beginning, when Ron Savage came out, I flipped on Ron Savage because I seen the play from the beginning. I know how the Zulu Nation work. I seen the play. But everybody told me I was wrong when I said I was going to bust son head to the white meat. No, Haas, you wrong, you wrong. So I said, you know what? All right, I'm going to listen to these people. I hooked up with Ron Savage and backed his story.
This could have been our grandmother.
That's right. Free.
We are here today because we understand that if we do not unite, then they're going to keep killing us.
That's right.
If they don't see us unified and uniform, they're going to start killing us.
That's right.
If we don't mobilize and utilize our power in mobilization and in unity, they will continue to kill us and think that we like it.
That's right.
If you are silent about your pain, they will kill you and think that you like it.
That's right.
So we made a play. We made a decision.
Now this is why I tell people, never ever go against your gut feeling. When your gut is telling you something, don't listen to people. Because now 8-9 years later, Ron Savage is reunited and it feels so good. He's outside in the hood taking pictures with Africa Bambaataa. But let me ask you a question, right? Let's get deep with this, right? To everybody that's watching, let me ask you a question. If a man accused you of what Ron Savage accused Africa Bambaataa of doing, would y'all ever take a picture with him again? Who in their right mind would stand next to a man that destroyed the Zulu Nation? Inquiring minds want to know why would he stand next to a man, a grown man at that just came out of nowhere and lied on Africa Bambaataa. Africa Bambaataa said in the beginning he didn't even know Ron Savage. The lie detector, the test determined that was a lie. Then let's go back to the tapes, right? We gonna forget about the tapes with Mr. Biggs and Mickey Benson, with Mr. Biggs, the founder of the Zulu Nation, also Soul Sonic Force member, was on the phone offering Ron Savage $100,000 not to put out any more evidence on Africa Bambaataa. We gonna forget that. See, what y'all gotta understand is, right? Oh, let's not forget Brother T. We not gonna talk about Brother T.
All right. I never heard.
Put the niggas on blast.
I'm about to blow whistle out and shit.
I never heard about him being a. I heard him.
I heard he was gay.
We heard the gay shit.
I heard
we
he
heard
was gay
that
since 1970. That's no.
I heard that's what we're saying.
But I've never heard of
we didn't know.
I heard he was gay since 1970.
And the thing was,
Sorry, you should be in the house room, didn't you?
nigga, please. Don't fucking try it. Don't try it. Let him say what
Let me make this clear for the 80s. All right, I was a young kid.
My older brothers running.
Nah, what happened in that room with Bam, man? What happened in that room?
That's what
Get his whoop.
a little kid. I don't give 16. He got.
Everybody got kicked out of Brazil.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah, I know about it. I know about it. I made phone calls down there.
Yeah, he bought his way out of that.
Phone calls down there.
somebody
And I'll
said the
I'll
UK.
get to that. I'll get
So
to
you
that.
got people in the UK.
But let
Go
me
ahead.
get this. Let me.
One of the Zulu Nation chapter leaders who walked in a room and caught Africa Bambaataa with an underage boy named Raheem and put the beats on Africa Bambaataa. We're going to forget about that. We're going to forget about the meeting with the Black Spades who sat down and put Africa Bambaataa on blast. We're going to forget about all this. Or we're going to forget about how the head of the Connecticut chapter and one of the founders of the Zulu Nation, TC Islam, came out and said they did their own investigation and made it clear. TC Islam made it clear.
Hold up, dude. You mean to tell me you that much of a Bambaataa groupie boy fan that, yo, all the money is going in his name, your dues, everything it goes to him, and y'all broke sleeping on couches? Are you stupid? And you putting cats in taxi rides to your home? So when we started internal affairs, we started internal affairs in the Zulu Nation 15 years ago. And the first one we internal affairs was Africa Bambaataa. Because see, if I would have came out in the 90s saying I have suspicions that Bambaataa little boys up in the nation, I would have been dead because it's zealotism.
That if he would have said something back in the days on Africa Bambaataa, he would have got his TV turned off, his snot box rocked. They would have hit him in the head with the headshot. Which means that back in the days when the Zulu Nation was at its strongest peak, Africa Bambaataa didn't have to worry about that because he had warriors inside the Zulu Nation that was going to die to protect his secret. This is why people didn't come out and talk about him, and they still remain silent.